What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so I know it's been a little while since my last video. I've had a few things I needed to get taken care of. I've been kind of incapacitated for a while now, but I am recovering. I'm getting better, so hopefully I'll be able to start uploading a little bit more frequently again, get back to kind of a regular schedule here. But anyway, let's just go ahead and hop right in here because we have 4 new uniforms to take a look at. We're going to be looking at 2 of them in this video here. We're going to look at Johnny and Sue there, so Human Torch, Invisible Woman. So let's go ahead and hop right over and yeah, take a look. So the uniform effect for Johnny here is going to be increased fire damage by 20%, so not too bad there. A little bit of a damage boost, and then we have 3 skill changes. The first skill is actually getting that burn damage as an addition, which is kind of funny because it never had burn damage before, and I think that's the same thing with the second skill because I believe they both had that stun previously. And then the third skill, he is going to be getting that increase to energy attack by 10%. That is new. So let's go hop in here to the skill preview and see what these skills look like. So we have the first skill. Does a few punches, he jumps up and then does another kind of, is that a kick or punch I think there? I think that's a kick. Oh, yeah, it does a kick. Yeah, so it does a kick there, and I think previously he just like threw some fireballs or something, like baseball-sized like flame spheres at them. So yeah, I mean, not bad. There's no iframe here, so it's not really a skill I'm going to be using. I never really was using his first skill to begin with. So yeah, and now the second skill. Okay, we got some kicks there that shoot out waves of flames, and then just kind of a overhead drop kick. There's an iframe at the middle, which is kind of weird. I mean, there's delay right there, hop into an iframe, and then will he still like, boom, on the ground right there. I don't think you can move. You have the end of the, yeah, so it's like just the iframe in the middle. Yeah, kind of weird to just throw it right there. Not too useful, but again, it's another skill that I don't really use too much with Human Torch, so I'm not too fussed about that. The third skill, however, is one that I use a lot, so okay. I like that. So we have an iframe at the start now. I believe that is new. I might be mistaken, but I don't think we had an iframe at the start before, so that's kind of nice. So a little bit of protection when he gets into the skill here. He can still definitely get guard broken out of it right away because that's a very short iframe, but you know, every little bit helps right there, and it looks like we might have a little bit more distance on the third skill there, and maybe a tiny bit more AoE. But it looks pretty close to the same, so it's pretty much just like the animation change because he's more red with flames around him, and then the jet of flames looks a little more pronounced. So yeah, overall, I mean, the skill changes are nice. Again, probably only going to really be using the third skill, so the first and the second one are just kind of washes, but he didn't really need too much help, so that is fine with me. We're going to get a nice damage boost with this uniform here, and that's pretty much all. It's not really going to get more survivability or anything like that, except for maybe if you look at the all defense from the uniform bonus. So yeah, I mean, it's nothing too crazy, so if you use Human Torch a lot, I mean, go ahead and pick it up. If you're a fan of him, if you have him really well built, then yeah, you're going to get a lot out of this uniform, but overall, I don't think it's really going to help him push things that he wasn't able to do already. It's going to maybe make him do it a little bit faster. I mean, if you're using him as your main DPS or something for like Ebony and pushing high sages there, then the uniform could be more beneficial to you, but I don't really see it being a huge kind of game changer for Human Torch because he's already able to do a lot of the content and very well, so this will just help him do it a little bit quicker. So honestly, I'm going to pass on the uniform for now. I might pick it up later on, but I don't have a really huge need to pick up the uniform, so I don't really think this is a must buy because he's already so good without the uniform that I think you can get by without it. But anyway, that's just my opinion there. So now let's move on to Invisible Woman here. So here we have Susan. So we're going here. Oh, there we go. Uniform effects. So we have all attack, or no, energy attack. So we have apply to self, increase energy attack by only 10%. So it gets she gets half of what her brother got. Interesting. Then we have 3 skill changes. We got the first skill here. The only change is going to be an extra second on the bind. It used to be 2 seconds. The fourth skill, the changes here is going to be that burn damage, of course, was not there before. And then she is losing that 50% increased damage for one attack or one skill, however they word it, so we don't have that anymore. And then the fifth skill, we are losing a second on the bind, so notice 2 seconds instead of 3 seconds. And then another really weird change is down there at the bottom where it says energy damage, 108% of energy attack. That's actually half of what it used to be. So without the uniform, that was a 200% of energy attack, which is just kind of weird that they cut it in half. So it's probably because of the skill animation change that they needed to cut it in half. Maybe it would have been, I don't know, too much damage or something like that if they left it at the 200%. And they also increased the skill cooldown as well on that. That's something else. I think it was like 4 seconds or something. Because what, it's 18 seconds with the uniform, and was it 13 or 14 seconds without the uniform? Either way, it is going up in the skill cooldown time. So now it is going to be, 18 seconds, so it's going to be just over the obelisk proc, so it's going to be really, really hard to time it with your obelisk every time, because we have a 7-second cooldown on that. But anyway, let's see what the skills changes look like. Ooh, yeah, so that's really cool. So she summoned 4 walls there, and they just kind of close in, like if you triggered a trap or something like that in one of the temples or something, and then just the walls start closing in on you. So yeah, that's a really cool skill. I like that one. And then the 4th skill, oh yeah, she puts up the classic kind of bubble there, and then Johnny's in there like incinerating everything and sucking up all the oxygen to kind of suffocate whoever's in there or burn them up pretty much as well. So yeah, that's really cool. And then the 5th skill, so yeah, I'm curious to see, how does this one look? Alright, so got all the binding, boom, boom, ooh, wow. It's a lot longer for the skill animation. Previously, her 5th skill was just boom, she jumps up, and she flies in, and then she's got the orbs, and she's done. Right here, we get like 2 or 3 extra flybys. So we have, that's what we originally have. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 4 extra flybys with the 5th skill. So that's going to be a lot more hits and a lot longer skill animation. So that's probably why they cut the damage in half for it. So overall, it's definitely going to be more damage because that's a lot of hits and really long skill animation. So I think the 5th skill now is going to be the best skill to try to get your damage proc on, because previously it was kind of a toss-up, do the 5th skill or the 3rd skill right here to get your damage proc, because the 3rd skill does really good damage as well. But now I think you're probably going to want to try to line it up on the 5th skill, so get the all defense down like right here, and then hop into the 5th skill for the damage proc is probably the route to go with Invisible Woman. So overall, I like the changes again for Invisible Woman here. I think it helps her out in terms of her damage. Their survivability is already extremely good just because of this 2-second charm right here, or the 2-second cooldown charm for a 5-second. Well, it's not 2 seconds, that's just what it is in here. But anyway, you can keep the charm up indefinitely. That's what I'm trying to say. So she definitely has survivability already. And this super long iframe, I mean, if you had trouble keeping her alive before, now with this iframe right here, I don't think you're going to have trouble anymore. So yeah, Invisible Woman looking really good. I'm curious to see how much of the damage boost this 5th skill is actually going to provide for her, because I definitely like having all my characters built for damage, so I do have a damage proc on her, so I'm curious about that. So Invisible Woman here is a uniform that I am going to pick up, but I don't think I'm going to pick it up right now because Black Friday is pretty close, so I might just wait for the big uniform sale right then. So I'm just going to favorite this for now. Pick it up at some point, but yes, I do plan to pick this up because I do like the uniform. I like Invisible Woman, so I do want to make her stronger. If you use her a lot, the uniform is going to be worthwhile. If you're just using her as like a striker for the charm, then I don't think it's really going to be too necessary for you. But overall, I think it's a good uniform, solid so far. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this video here. Those are the first 2 uniforms. So the next video, we're going to take a look at Mr. Fantastic and Thing. So look forward to that. I'll be uploading that one shortly after this one. So yep, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. And of course I will catch you in the next one.